Good morning, good afternoon and good evening and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm talking about Harley Quinn 2. I know it's officially White Knight presents Harley Quinn. I'm going to get straight into it. So this issue picks up very quickly after the last issue where Harley is after Neo Joker, and the initial sort of few pages is a pretty good fight actually between Neo Joker and Harley, which is broken up by some tea, which I actually found quite funny. The issue sort of progresses the story quite a lot actually, with the people that are dying being tied to Joker, and in a staged way. It makes it look like sort of someone who's sort of trying to represent Joker or trying to be the next Joker. So it's interesting from that perspective. So Katiana Collins writes with Sean Murphy, and I cannot remember the name of the artists now, because I do want to talk about the art. That's something I do want to talk about. So the artists Matteo Scalera and Dave Stewart. I really hope I haven't butchered those names. I want to call out the art on this. I thought the art was very, very, very good. Still quite jagged and pointy, but at times it really was reminiscent of the old Batman 90s animated series, which I thought was fantastic. And the whole issue looked very sort of dark and mysterious, and it's got more of this sort of film noir thriller sort of aspect of it, which I'm really quite enjoying. In terms of the script, I'm actually really enjoying. I really enjoyed the second issue. I'd say more than the first. So I'm progressing the story. We get to know that it's actually someone called, that they've now got the name, the producer and the starlet are these people that are staging these murders, and I'm actually really excited now about the next few issues. The first issue I wasn't too thrilled about. You can go back and sort of see my video on that. But I did say I wanted to give this a go. I'm always willing to give Black Label a go, and then considering how good the White Knight story and Curse of the White Knight was, I thought it was going to make a really, really good universe. I was going to be all in for this, and yeah, I mean, I'm in. I really am. This seems like it could be something really, really good. I do have a slight issue with it. That is that Harleen is now part of the GTO. I'm not a big fan of that. I'd much prefer her being like a sort of private detective on her own, not being part of a group. Obviously that is something that comes up between her and Neo Joker, that Neo Joker says that she'll never work for a man, unlike you that's working for the man. Which again is kind of fun play on words, but I would much rather the predominant character in this obviously being Harley Quinn, I'd much prefer her to be out on her own. And just obviously not solving the case on her own, but doing things on her own and then passing it off what she can. In terms of the story progressing, it's a very, very good job of this sort of noir sort of killer thriller. But there's a lot that's focused on Jack Napier and Joker, and they really, really, really try to push hard the fact that they are two separate people, to the point where I think it was going on maybe just a little bit too long. You've got a very long flashback sequence of Harleen talking about her and Jack's relationship, and that he started with these fits of laughter that turned into fits of rage and then fits of both, and it was getting to the point where it's really forcing the fact that they are two separate people. Now I don't mind that to a certain extent. This is an alternate universe. This is something that's not within main DC canon, so I don't mind the fact they want to sort of take a certain amount of liberties when it comes to characters, and for them to have two separate characters, him obviously with this sort of multiple personality, two separate people of Joker. That's fine. The one issue I really have with it is they're pushing it very, very hard after we've had Joker and Jack killed. So I don't really see too much of a point in that. Obviously, it might come back a little bit later. I'm hoping that they don't bring him back, because I think that's a bit of a waste. But it just seems like focusing so much attention on something that's really in the past, that they kind of need to get over that. And I think it's something that a lot of Batman comics and TV shows and films all are sort of brought down by as well. There is an obsession with Joker, and I can understand to a certain extent why. He is an incredibly well-known villain, and he's incredibly complex as a character. Obviously, we've had what I believe two the best iterations of Joker being Heath Ledger and Joaquin Phoenix. But there can be too much Joker. We have a lot of other characters that are just as complicated, just as complex. There's a lot of characters that can be brought up to that level. There's a lot of characters that you can do a lot with. So that Batman sort of mythos, he has so much more to him than just the Joker. So I know Joker is a big part of Harley Quinn as well, but obviously when you've got this series where she is distancing herself from the Joker, there needs to be a certain amount of that within the writing as well. So I think that's the only thing that brought it down for me a little bit. Other than that, really, really good issue. I would recommend it. And if you haven't already started picking up the White Knight, Curse of the White Knight series, I would say definitely get into that. It's a really good series by Sean Murphy. And then this one, The White Knight Presents Harley Quinn, looks like it could also be very, very good. We're 2 issues in at the moment. I'm not too sure how long the run is going to be, but this could be quite a good one. So I'd say pick it up if you're a big fan of the White Knight series. Pick it up if you're a fan of Harley Quinn. And as always, guys, let me know what you think about Harley Quinn or Curse of the White Knight series down in the comments below. And also, if you like what I'm doing, please don't forget to like, share and subscribe. It really does help me out, and I'll see you in the next video.